Why are you here?
We came to trade.
You lie.
What was that?
There are many things you have not seen.
The Great Wall is the only barrier keeping the world safe.
What is it they want?
To feed.
The story of the Great Wall has always carried a distinctive blend of ancient mystique and cinematic spectacle, and every time new discussions, details, or behind-the-scenes updates surface about this film, it becomes even easier to appreciate why it left such a strong impression on audiences around the world. The movie stands as one of those rare cross-cultural collaborations where Western and Eastern sensibilities meet, merge, and create something that feels both familiar and refreshingly different. Over the years, the conversation around this project has grown, with fans revisiting its unique world-building, large-scale battle sequences, and the memorable characters that brought its fictional history to life. Even now, the film continues to gain attention as viewers rediscover its ambitious attempt to reimagine a legendary monument as the stage for a massive fantasy conflict. People still talk about its themes of courage, unity, and sacrifice, and how the characters evolve through challenges that are as personal as they are epic. From the very beginning, the movie gained interest because of its diverse cast, bringing together international actors who each contributed their own flavor to the story. The Western mercenaries, led by a battle-hardened archer who arrives at the Great Wall seeking fortune, contrast sharply with the disciplined warriors of the elite Chinese forces who have sworn their lives to defend the empire from forces far beyond human imagination. Their interactions create tension, humor, conflict, and eventually trust. The actors portraying these roles became central to the film's identity, and fans often revisit how their personalities shaped the tone. The reserved discipline of the generals, the fiery determination of the soldiers, and the cautious optimism of the outsiders who slowly grow into unlikely heroes. This blend of character dynamics is one of the reasons the movie retains its charm, even today, long after its initial release. As for the story itself, it remains a vibrant mix of historical inspiration and fantastical reinvention. The plot follows two Western travelers who, in their quest for valuable gunpowder, stumble into a secret war that has been raging for centuries. Upon reaching the Great Wall, they are confronted not with ordinary soldiers, but with a powerful military order equipped with striking uniforms, synchronized formations, advanced tactics, and a strict code of duty. What begins as an attempt to escape turns into a moral choice after they witness the terrifying enemy the wall was truly built to contain. The monsters that roam outside its stones are relentless, intelligent, and overwhelming in number. This forces the main characters to confront not just the external threat, but their own inner conflicts, whether to run as they always have or finally stand for something greater than themselves. Throughout this journey, audiences watch them transform as they learn the values of unity, bravery, and loyalty, ultimately proving that even those who start with selfish intentions can evolve into protectors when faced with the right challenges. One reason the film continues to generate discussions is the way it balances its large-scale battle sequences with deeper emotional beats. The spectacle of synchronized warrior units launching themselves into action, the sound of drums echoing across the stone fortifications, and the seamless coordination between soldiers of different specialized divisions all contribute to a cinematic environment filled with energy. Every division within the army has its own identity, from spearfighters to acrobatic warriors to engineering experts whose job is to maintain the wall's defenses under enormous pressure. These visual and cultural details give the world a sense of depth, making it more than just a backdrop for action, but a complete civilization functioning within its own strict rules and traditions. Fans often mention how these aesthetics helped the movie stand out from other fantasy films and how the overall production design contributed to its immersive atmosphere. Over time, many enthusiasts have also revisited the behind-the-scenes discussions surrounding the film's creation. The massive sets, innovative costume designs, creature concepts, and stunt choreography all required a tremendous amount of artistic planning. Filmmakers relied on a combination of practical effects, wire work, and digital elements to bring the battles to life. Even the monsters were designed with a specific cultural logic, incorporating mythical symbolism that blended with the movie's broader themes. Whether or not viewers noticed these elements during their first watch, they have become part of the appreciation that grew with repeated viewing and detailed fan analysis. Many continue to share theories and interpretations about the creature hierarchy, the symbolism of color-coded armies, and the hidden messages behind the military's traditions shown in the movie. When people discuss updates or renewed interest in the film, they often refer to the way audiences are rediscovering it through streaming platforms, fan edits, and online discussions. The movie's visuals remain a talking point, especially for viewers who enjoy high-energy fantasy battles or large-scale historical epics. Some fans point out how its themes feel increasingly relevant, emphasizing international cooperation and the idea that different cultures can unite to confront a threat that affects them all. Others highlight how the movie represents a rare cinematic bridge between industries that traditionally operate in separate creative spaces. This renewed wave of interest often leads to debates about how the film could have evolved if it had expanded into sequels, spin-offs, or animated adaptations exploring the origins of the Wall, the first appearance of the creatures, or the rise of the elite army divisions. The concept of the creatures is another topic that remains vibrant in discussions. Their behavior, structure, and hive-like intelligence created a sense of urgency that resonated with viewers. The idea that they learn, adapt, and strategize during battle provides a level of tension rarely seen in typical monster films. Their queen, acting as the central force controlling the swarm, gives the conflict a sharp focus and raises the stakes for every character involved. Fans still debate the nature of their evolution, their weaknesses, and how their existence reshaped ancient history within the film's universe. These details contribute to the lasting fascination with the movie, prompting viewers to imagine how humanity would continue fighting beyond the events shown on screen. Aside from the world building, many viewers continue to reflect on the film's emotional core. One of the central relationships revolves around trust, both the trust the mercenaries must earn from the disciplined soldiers and the trust the soldiers must place in outsiders who have lived by entirely different moral codes. The characters who lead the army are not just warriors, but symbols of legacy, tradition, and responsibility. Their interactions reflect a deep sense of duty, and their respect for their ancestors' sacrifices makes the fight more personal. This emotional grounding is what keeps audiences engaged, even during the most intense action sequences. As the characters confront their fears, question their loyalties, and ultimately sacrifice for the greater good, the film presents the timeless message that heroism is not defined by origins, but by actions. Conversations about the film also frequently circle back to the unforgettable design of the Great Wall itself as portrayed in the movie. While inspired by the real historical structure, the cinematic version amplifies its scale and grandeur to match the fantasy genre. Towering battlements, massive war drums, mechanical traps, and hidden chambers become integral to the film's tension and tactical storytelling. The wall becomes more than a defensive barrier. It becomes a character in its own right, with history, secrets, and a presence that shapes every choice the warriors make. This creative reinterpretation has inspired fan art, conceptual breakdowns, and speculative ideas about how other historical landmarks might be reimagined in fantasy cinema. The trailer-style excitement that the film brings is another reason viewers continue to revisit it. The pulse-pounding pace, the quick transitions between character moments and battlefield chaos, and the slow build-up toward the revelation of the monstrous threat all created a sense of anticipation that many fans remember vividly. Even today, when viewers make fan trailers or edits, they often emphasize the rhythm of the drums, the synchronized waves of soldiers launching into action, and the intense silhouettes of characters standing against the massive wall under crimson skies. These visuals have cemented themselves as iconic memories for those who watched the film upon release or discovered it later. When discussing anything new involving the film, whether fan theories, cast reflections, or behind-the-scenes stories, resurfacing people often express appreciation for how ambitious the project was. It attempted something bold, combining myth, action, humor, tension, culture, and spectacle into a single experience that invited audiences into a world of imagination. The cast members who portrayed the skilled commanders, courageous soldiers, and morally conflicted travelers each contributed a lasting impression that resonates even now. Because of this, the movie remains a point of conversation for anyone interested in cross-cultural filmmaking, fantasy storytelling, or ambitious cinematic experiments. Ultimately, this renewed interest in the Great Wall reflects how certain films continue to captivate viewers long after their release. It blends sweeping action with personal character arcs, cultural representation with fictional reinvention, and large-scale threat with intimate emotional moments. Whether people revisit it for its visuals, its cast, its thrilling battles, or its unique approach to fantasy, the film has carved out a distinct identity that continues to inspire discussion, fan creations, and speculation about what could have been had the universe expanded further. Its legacy remains tied to its ambition, reminding viewers how creativity can transform even the most iconic landmarks into vivid, imaginative worlds filled with both danger and hope.